Twitter. Look at us multitasking here. This is why I make so many mistakes. Zach, did Elsic post it? Pull up Elsic here. Oh, is this just one of the 5-0 deck lists? No, this is his deck list. All right. Also has Scarab God. Okay, we will 110% play Elsic's deck list after this one. So after this deck, we will play Elsic's Grixis Tezzerator deck. Legion's Landing. All of these cards are really good. This Legendary Enchantment cycle is phenomenal. Like, all of them have seemed really impressive. Alright, so I think I know what Minister of Inquiries does. MTGO Traders buys and sells only. I assume there's a huge amount of liability issues with renting Magic Online cards. Yeah, search for Azcanta is very, very good. Sacrifice it. Search leopard. Okay, sure. Man, the mortal enemy of the 1/1 for 1. The 1/2. I'm just gonna pass, right? This thing just mills me, right? Target player puts 3, yep. And this goes and gets me, whenever a non-target creature control dies, you gain a life. If you may draw a card, if you discard a card, sacrifice this. Active this ability, only if there are 6 or more creature cards in your discard pile. Sure. I know what my cards do. And for you to say otherwise is slander. Let's find out why I'm not supposed to block. There's a reason. Let's find out what that reason is. We triggering Revolt for something? Oh, it's the Raider card, the Dark Confidants? Oh, we're triggering Revolt for Hidden Stockpile. Sure. Sure. You're revolting, opponent. Alright, try to keep my wits about me. I would love to draw 2 cards and discard 2 cards. This hub is great. Oh, right, we had Moto PTQ lists from yesterday too, right? I think it would have been a hostage taker for now. Walking Ballista seems like it's probably going to be pretty decent. Getting a hostage taker into the bin seems good too. I've got 3 troops in the discard pile now. This needs 6. Sweet! Someone just tweeted at me that they took 3rd at the Classic today with the Grixis control list that we streamed earlier this week. That's awesome. So you could play the Grixis deck again. We could... It's like net deckception, because we're net decking a deck that was net decked from us, right? Does it count as net decking if I'm copying the deck list that was copied from us? Does that count? Does anyone know? I don't know where we stand on I don't know where the anti-net decking crowd stands on that one. We have to deck deeper. Deck deeper, my children. Deeper and deeper. I mean, Hostage Taker is technically blue, black, and a pirate, so you could argue that I'm playing blue-black pirates. You could definitely make a strong argument that I'm playing blue-black pirates. Probably want to play this Champion of Wits, right? That way I could put 2 more. I've got 4 troops in my bin now. 1, 2, 3, 4. So if I bin 2 troops off of this and hit an untapped land for next turn, I can play Gate plus activate Gate, which is like everything we want to be doing in life. Sweet. And I didn't play my land yet, so I get to play this tap deck, this tap land here. This enters the battlefield, explore. And I'm going to bin these 2. I'm going to play this tapped. I'm going to pass the turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I'm gonna pass. What are these troops you keep referring? The units on the board. Can I say unit? Is unit a game neutral term? Bring out your dead. Bring out your dead. I'm not dead yet. We're gonna do, but this card's really good, right? Fabricate 2 other creatures you control get bigger. No, Epic calls them champions. Unit is a star. Is anyone gonna sue me if I call them units? I don't know. I'm just trying to. I'm already getting sued for net deck, and I can't get sued for calling them units too, can I? All right. This is my thing, opponent. Eternal calls them units. You may also search your library. Yes, I would like to search my library. I would like to put this one into play. Enter combat. Oh god, they have a cast out. Tilt. Tilt! Just stick to poopers. Put a pooper into play. This is why the God-Pharaoh gave us not 1, but 2 gifts on that day. So we got another gate to the afterlife here. Everything's gonna be fine, friends. Everything's gonna be fine. Oh no! Oh, that just makes more poopers. That's fine. That's fine. You have pooped till you're poopy content. Everything's coming up, Millhouse. Until they have the second cast out here, Millhouse has firmly been called. What you got, friendo? Anointed Procession, sure. Put some more toys in my discard pile here. Oh no! I milled over my God-Pharaoh gift! This into play. Like some servos. Like to start attacking you, I think. Although I guess maybe I should wait a turn so I can hostage taker this. No, because they could sacrifice it anyways. Alright, chip. If they don't have another cast out, we're going to be at a pretty... Oh, this thing has haste? What? Remember when we said we were going to read the cards? Exile a creature. If you do, it gains haste until end of turn. What is going on? It has haste? It has... Of course, this card costs 7 mana. Why wouldn't it give it haste? Look... I asked chat if we wanted to read the cards in advance or if we wanted to read the cards while we were playing. And they voted for read them as we go. This doesn't have vigilance. It has vigilance! This card... I thought maybe we could cover it by saying we wanted to block with it, but this card has vigilance too! This card has vigilance too! Oh, are we having fun yet? I'm having fun, chat. Oh no, we've been fumigated. So this is the part where I enter combat and get back my Champion of Wits and draw 4, discard 2, right? If you think you know what a card does, pick it up and read it. The sage advice from Hackaway. Thank you very much for the continued support. I do appreciate it. Welcome back. Let's grab this Champion of Wits. Love to draw 4 cards and then discard 2 cards. Get rid of these extra lands. And this card has haste. And by card, I mean token. Attack. You cannot... I believe it's just artifacts and creatures, right? Yeah, just artifacts and creatures. Pirate ain't plunder, no. Pirates ain't plunder and no enchantments here. Fatal Push probably isn't very good. Draw 2, discard 2 here. Another Angel of Invention. I think I actually want to just cast this card next turn. Probably. I'm going to hold this just in case they have a way to destroy this as opposed to exiling it. SCG deck lists are up. Sweet. I think we know... Well, we're locked into this deck for this league, right? And this is DeCandio's list from the top 8, so, like, worth playing. And then... I think we're going to play L6 Grixis Tezzeret deck next. I can't cast it. Yeah, this is great. This is great. It's fine. This is fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's cool. Yeah, we'll get back to Minister and get some energy from that. I have another Champion of Wits in here, so I could loot it too. Yeah, our second gift is over here. Play Gate, sack Ballista. Sure. Seems fine. $42 out of 64 mono red or Teamer energy. I think I want servos. I want some defense on the ground here. Like, get our smashy in. Deactivating that, sure. These things have lifelink? It's pretty good. I try not to deck out here, basically. Well, I think I'm taking a loot here at this point, because there's still... I have... I think there's 4 of these in my deck, right? What did we net deck? Yeah, we net decked 4 Angel of Invention, so... We could definitely Hostage Taker the map. Nope, Hostage Taker targets artifacts, too. I read that card. How much of a flavor win is it for Hostage Taker to take the map? I feel like it's a huge flavor win for a Hostage Taker to steal the Renegade map. Anyone else agree? Agree, disagree? All right, we need to dodge another Fumigate. I'm a map, I'm a map, I'm a map, I'm a map, I'm a map. Another important thing to note here, a opponent is currently at 16 minutes on their clock, and this is game 1. What does this do? Destroy target non-land permanent. Holy crap. That can get us our other thing back here. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. That's... Who else is getting a little hot and bothered right now? I am 10 out of 10. We can't get it into the yard we can't get it in the yard till next turn. It's not... Oh, yeah, this is legend. Oh, the gift isn't legendary. Yeah, of course not. Yeah, we're going to eternalize the champion. Maybe I should have just cast this, actually. Alright, I could actually just cast it still. Alright, so... I could do combat math here, or I could hit attack with all. So I feel like I'm going to attack with all. Oh, there is that path to Aether Spouts, right? That's a real card. See that Boss Cranko understands. Ain't nobody got time for combat math. Put the Butcher into play here. Oh, I forgot to cast my map. Oh no. Oh no, Dora the Explorer would be so disappointed in me. Oh, that's a good point. Right-click attack with all is my spirit animal. No, there's no basic plane to this deck. I have energy though. I have these Aether Hubs. Wait, why am I gaining life too? I don't understand. Alright, so let's destroy that. Oh, this has lifelink? So it does. Look at that. Okay, I promise at some point we will read all of the cards that I have. At some point, we will read every card that I have. Alright, Hostage Taker, come on back. Trigger, take your Anointer Priest. Minister of Inquiries, come on back. This deck has to be great. I don't know what half these cards do when we're winning the game. This card has Vigilance? Alright, so let's cast this card. So they don't get it back. Let's try and stay up on clock here. To be fair, we kind of literally don't have time to read my cards. In my defense, we literally don't have time to read my cards because of the clock. This deals for enchantments, right? Yeah. Yeah, Cataclysmic Gearhulk. Sounds more than good. Hostage Shaker's actually pretty bad in this matchup, right? Negate seems more than reasonable. Do I want the Duresses as well? Fatal Push seems fairly terrible. Walking Ballista doesn't seem great. Scarab God is just like the bee's knees, right? Can I cut this many creatures out of my deck? This is actually a real question. This might be cutting too many creatures out of my deck. I think I'm actually cutting that and bringing these ballistas back in to keep the creature count up. This is 24. 24 is probably pretty close to the floor in what you want to do in the deck like this. I mean, everything's a 4/4 off of gift. What's Walking Ballista better than? Like, I don't think Walking Ballista is better than any of my non-creature cards, right? Like, all of these non-creature cards. Maybe I don't need 4 Duress. Let's do this. This seems fine. A lot of times you cut a gate. I guess that makes sense. I don't really have a good way to find this card, though. Ballista better than Scarab God. Have you read this card? This thing leaking memory? Nope, not quite yet. I'm gonna submit like this. Scarab God is more than good. Hand seems kind of mediocre, right? It also seems mediocre, but it's got a scry on the draw, so we'll keep it. It's got 2 Duresses. Even if we miss for a turn or two, we have to poke some holes in what they're doing. Hey, Ark Reagan with the brand new Twitch Prime subscription. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Welcome to the stream. I appreciate that that extra level of support. New subscribers tonight, remember to link your subscribed Twitch account with your discordapp.com account and check out our subs-only Discord server that I maintain. That is a big old brick. I'm going to cast this and take the Renegade map or possibly something else. So our goal for the remainder of this game is to stay up on clock. The rest of their hand is pretty bad here, though. So, like... Yep, I saw the top 64 is up. Sweet. Not a blue source. Blue source would have been ideal so we could cast the stupid Minister of Inquiries. 1/2 is good against their 1/1s, but this'll do. The awkward thing about Walking Ballista is it's not good for my clock because I can't really auto pass. Mela TK with the 20-month resubscription. Thank you for the continued support. 20 months, that's a long time. Welcome, welcome, welcome back. Yeah, I agree that this game is 10 out of 10 still winnable. Like I said, like, this was the merit to keeping this hand, right? Like, we got to poke a hole in their game plan. So, like, even though we're not doing a whole lot, they're not doing a whole lot. Although I guess we just took cast outs away from them, so that really wasn't too much. No blocks here. Peace, AK. I appreciate that. Oh, that reminds me I should get our first video from tonight uploading to YouTube. That's a good time. It's a good thing to plug, by the way. If you are a fan of the stream and you didn't get to catch all of the Sultai Energy deck that we started, my YouTube channel is linked down in the stream information below. And I post 100% of my videos there because we're not playing, we're not streaming with copyrighted music. There's no thievery here, so feel free to check that out as well. I'm going to ditch the God-Pharaoh's gift and this Angel for now. Should probably just attack with this, right? There's no reason I missed a couple points of damage by not doing that. So all of my streams get archived up to the YouTube channel, and we break them up by deck, by matchup, so you can watch just the content that you personally care about. Up a minute 30 on clock right now. Do they have some kind of scary 6-drop they're working towards here? Feels like they might. Vraska, yep. That's technically a token producer. This can kill my God-Pharaoh's gift, right? Yep. Vraska's going to tick up pretty quickly here. She ults 3 turns after you play her. No, I don't think I'm going to play the approach deck. I guess the Walking Ballista keeps her off of ulting for a turn. So the goal is going to be to hit a land drop and then Gate to the Afterlife plus activate it and put God-Pharaoh's gift in and then turn this Angel into a 6/6 and then crack it for a bunch. We're going to play Grixis Tezzeret after this league, but this is still the first match with this deck, so, right? This is the first match with this deck. This might be a long league. The Dino decks did not do well this weekend, so I don't think I plan to play them. Yep, the Pirate is very menacing. Alright, let's draw an untapped land, then hit 5 creatures with 6 bills with these ministers, you know? Be really lucky. Although I guess I only have to hit 4 creatures in 6 hits, because I could bin this Walking Ballista. We also, like, while we're not winning this game, we kind of just have to, like, last a little while, because my opponent has to win this game plus another in the next 10 minutes. Ballista ping with gate out is a loot. Good call. Good call. I definitely forgot that. Yeah, I know she can eat it. Alright. So we need to ping the Vraska anyway, so let's go ahead and do this. And then ping the Vraska. That way we get a trigger off of this. And if we loot into an untapped land, we might be able to get our God-Pharaoh's gift back this turn. Yeah, that's a tilt. At this point, I'm casting this. At this point, this game is over and I'm just, like, playing for the clock here. I'm playing to burn precious seconds off my opponent's clock. Sorry if I'm not quite doing as much commentary as I normally do. When the clock matters, it gets kind of, especially when I'm playing a new deck, you gotta take some of that brain power that we normally use the commentary and try not to time out. I do appreciate everyone being here though this evening. They chose not to kill my gate to the Afterlife, so that means we're gonna get to mill ourselves a whole bunch here and maybe have a chance. At the very least, we're gonna burn more time off their clock. So I'm going to get to mill myself 15 cards here. And I'm going to make a 6/6 and crack this Vraska. I thought for sure they were going to downtick this and kill my gate to the Afterlife, but now that they didn't do that, we're not, you can't pause a League on Magic Online. So, goodbye. And Brad, next turn, we get to put 6 cards in. He just plus the Vraska. Yeah, they just plus to 11. So I get to put 6 cards in my deck, in my discard pile, and then 9 cards in my discard pile. So I need 4 troops and 15 cards to use this gate to bring this God-Pharaoh's gift back. And then the God-Pharaoh's gift whips this Angel of Invention into play, which is a 6/6 to hit this Vraska. Finish kills the Angel. That's a sorcery. This is a sorcery. It's not an instant, so good. Good making me double check. And now they're in the tank here, burning precious seconds off their clock. And in fact, if they attack here, I could actually block with my Champion of Wits and something else. Maybe. I don't know. The fact that they're in the tank here makes me think that they messed up. Oh, they lost connection to the game. Or they're just getting DC'd in a match where their time really matters. All right, well, we have a second to pause and chat. Thanks, everyone, for hanging out here tonight. Hope everyone had a great weekend watching sweet new standard action on the SCG Tour. Remember, if you're enjoying this, to follow the channel. Consider giving me a follow on Twitter as well for notifications on when I go live and with what. You can also check out all of my stuff on my YouTube channel. You also might hit a Gearhulk. Oh, we could hit Cataclysmic Gearhulk. Yeah, that would be hot, wouldn't it? Opponent joining back up in the game. So that disconnection is probably going to cost my opponent this match. StarCityGames.com. You can find the list from the Open. We just got done playing a league with the Sultai energy deck from the Star City Games Open. Get fiber or get wrecked. Exactly. Speaking of fiber, my Sultai energy video just finished uploading. It's going to have to process. All right, back into this game. What are you attacking with, opponent? I feel like I'm supposed to trade some stuff off here, right? All right, well, they're attacking with a bunch so they can trigger this Legion's Landing. Sure. I'm gonna block. Seems fine. Take 5. They already they used the Vraska this turn already. That sweet, sweet auto pass value. And there's a Cataclysmic Gearhulk. There's a Scarab God. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've got 9 more chances to put a third troop in my bin next turn. Does the Gearhulk do anything, though? The Gearhulk doesn't kill the Vraska, right? I need to deal with the Vraska. The Gearhulk's not going to be able to hit the Vraska. Is the problem. I mean, they just keep a blocker. I think I want +1/+1 counters here. And then, yeah, I'm just gonna A-space smash face here, and by face I mean Vraska. Yeah, the Vamps are in our deck. Oh, we could have tried milling to that. No, I'm at 7. I don't have the health to use the Vampire. They didn't block? I'm taking 10 here because I can sack the thing I'm blocking. How am I dead? This is only 8, 9, 10. I gained 6. Yeah, I'm fine. I have this negate in case anything goes super sideways. They're going to flashback this thing. I'm going to negate it because I'm a professional. Alright, put this Cataclysmic Gearhulk into play. choose... Keep this one, and I'm gonna keep this one. I don't have another angel. Oh, I could have... I forgot to mill myself a whole bunch there. I got you. I should have billed myself 9, right? I wasn't thinking. They're just like 0% to win if I hit another angel. And these two play Seekers Squire. That in my bin. Think about the lack of Trophy Mage. I don't actually have an opinion on that. We're just playing DeCandio's list card for card. Yeah, I think my opponent's just playing to the out that my internet disconnects at this point. Like, they're not winning these next 2 games in the time frame that they have. Put the Scarab God into play here. Opponent packs it up, packs it in. I would just like to say good morning, afternoon, and good night to everyone, wherever you're at in the world. Thanks for choosing to spend part of your day here with us. My name is Jeff Hoagland. We're currently net decking decks from the Star City Games Open this past weekend, the first week with Excellent Standard. If you are enjoying yourself, please hit that follow button. It doesn't cost you anything. It helps other people find my stuff. If you're really enjoying what you see and help me produce more wonderful Magic and TCG content, there's a couple different ways you can do that. The best way is by subscribing on Twitch, becoming a patron on Patreon. September is still going, even though it's October, so all new subscribers on the channel are currently half off. You can also support my content by supporting my sponsors. MTGOtraders.com would love to buy and sell Magic online cards. If you use code Hoagland PayPal at checkout with them, you'll save 8% on all of your singles there. CoolStuffInc.com buys and sells a lot of cool stuff, including TCG singles. Using code Jeff5, you can save 5% on your orders of Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, and Magic cards with CoolStuffInc.com. InkedGaming.com would love to help you customize your gaming experience. Using code Jeff12, you can save 12% on your orders of custom playmats, mouse pads, and sleeves with them. You can upload your own custom artwork or choose from a wide range of artwork that they have on their website from their artists. And finally, SpareDeck.com offers kind of a unique service. They will rent you any physical, standard, or modern deck. Let's say you want to give this Esper gift deck a try, but you don't want to invest cash in all the cards before you trade out. You can rent it from there for a weekend or up to an entire month. Or if you're a more competitive player that knows they like to change decks quite often, they also offer a subscription program where you can pay a flat rate per month and always have a deck rented from them. Easy mulligan on the first hand, bad mana into this kind of awkward second hand. We're on the play, right? So I think we just need to go to 5 here. We're on the draw. I think this is still probably too bad on the draw. I think this is too bad to keep. It's like not exciting, but it's fine. We need a land, but like Gate to the Afterlife is a card that we want at some point anyways, so let's just go ahead and keep that. So this enters the battlefield explorers, reveal the top card of your library, put it into your hand if it's a land, otherwise put a 1/1 counter on it and put it into your graveyard or back on top. What does that do? This dies, create a treasure token. Sure. It's cute. It's probably a playable pirate. Yay! We hit a Drowned Catacomb. I'm gonna block here. Let's let them ramp to 4 this turn, but like, I don't really want to sit there and take points of damage from that. Oh no! Oh no! What does this card do? the beginning of combat, target artifact you control becomes a 5/5. Or X is the number of artifacts you control. Man, we're dead, huh? Are we dead, chat? Anyone else feel dead? I feel like I'm dead. Sacrifice a creature. That card makes fake treasure. I mean, like, this is... Am I supposed to concede? Like, I feel like they can assume... Nah, I shouldn't have played that land. Because I should hit a tapped land here. I feel like they probably know what we're doing. And I have no idea what they're doing. So I want to see more cards out of their deck before we get to a second game. Hit the tapped land like a shill that I am. That's a fucking tilt. Guess I'm gonna discard that. We can play Hostage Taker next turn. Playing that land was wrong, so we could have played that and discarded those, and then played this tapped land and then guaranteed cast this next turn. We'd actually be in a pretty okay spot here, right? If we could play this Angel of Invention this next turn. Dang. Still not in a good spot, but could be worse. Don't Metallic Rebuke me. Servos, definitely servos. Monday's actually my scheduled day off from streaming. So we go late tonight, and then Monday's usually my content rating day. I'll be back on Tuesday though. Tuesday we'll be back for sure. For those of you that aren't familiar with my schedule, it's linked down below. I do a lot of weekday during the day US time, and then Sunday evenings as well. Every Sunday night you can find us here after whatever. Yeah, we can Hostage Taker a 5/5. So like if they alt this and they don't have a way to kill this, we can use this to kill this down, and then we can Hostage Taker one of these. We're sacrificing the cells, okay. Will you stream if I throw money at you? I mean, I do enjoy money. Marionette Master. Whenever an artifact you control is put into the graveyard from the battlefield, that's kind of terrifying. I mean, if we get Gate going, we might be able to beat this. Just gonna take the Marionette Master hostage, right? Maybe we're lucky and they don't have removal. I'm going to chump block here. I'm going to take the hit from these other two. I don't want to enable Revolt for them because I don't want... Oh, they can enable Revolt with this, right? I say I don't want them to be able to Fatal Push this, so I don't want to give them Revolt, but this, they could sacrifice something to get Revolt on demand. They could also Hostage Taker us back. Oh, this means Tezzeret can't kill my thing, which is nice. If I would have blocked here, Tezzeret would have been able to kill that. Alright, well. 1, 2, 3. Well, at this point, just casting this. I'd like to put a bunch of 1/1s into play. Let me go ahead and send Hostage Taker or Tezzeret here. Probably trade with this. Who's the Marionette Master now? Who's the Marionette Master now, opponent? Master! Master! We could just draw God-Pharaoh's Gift and cast it. Oh no. Oh no, the Scarab God. So this thing is summoning sick at least. The deck we are playing is Brennan DeCandio's deck list from the open. Net deck accordingly. No, that was a fan reproduction. It's fine. I could put that on YouTube. It was fan made content. Master of Inquiries. I could bring this Champion of Wits back. That doesn't seem terrible. Alright, and again, now that the Scarab God is active on their side, we are super dead. I'm just gonna make them kill us. I'm gonna burn a little time off their clock with my auto pass. It gives us some extra time to think later on without being under too much pressure. Yeah, they just get to Scarab God the Angels back. We're super duper dead. Maybe we could beat the Tezzeret. We're not beating Tezzeret plus Scarab God, that's for sure. We're up 2 minutes on clock right now, though. If these games go long, that could be relevant. Like I said, just give myself some thinking time down the line. Yeah, exactly. Let's double check and read all of my own cards here. Make sure we understand what all of these do. It's definitely no time to read your cards like during the game that you're currently in. And, like, by doing this, right, like, when I started this, we were up 2 minutes on the clock, and, like, now I'm up 3 minutes on the clock. I mean, that's why New Standard is sweet, right? Like, we get to see not only what we're doing and what our ideas are, but we get to also see, like, what other people are trying out as well. And contrary to what some people will tell you, there was a certain personality in the Magic community who was salting off on Twitter the other day about someone timing them out on Magic Online. Using the clock on Magic Online efficiently is part of the game. Magic Online is functionally different than playing paper Magic in a number of ways, and one of those ways includes the clock. So if timing your opponent out is a valid option, you should use that option to win yourself matches of Magic. Like, My opponent and I both paid $12 to play this match of Magic that we are currently playing, and timing them out is a very legitimate and fine method of winning the game. If you're not okay with timing people out, you shouldn't play Magic Online. Alright, so Cataclysmic Gearhulk seems great. Vraska's Contempt seems reasonable. Is Walking Ballista bad in this matchup? Fatal Push seems kind of medium minus. Negate might be okay. Duress might be okay. So, like, do you think there's any chess players that feel bad when their chess opponent loses to the clock? Or do you think the chess player just goes, no, I played chess better than my opponent because I played at a rate and then used the clock, which is part of the game, to put them out of the game? I mean, honestly, if you think about it, timing your opponent out is like giving them a gift. You gave them the gift of allowing them to play a full 25 minutes of Magic. You gave them, they got to play this very rich, long game against you. Vona does kill Planeswalkers. It's any... I won't zoom for some reason, but it's any card. Destroy target non-land permanent. I think I'm gonna try this. I don't know if this is... We're just kind of going and feeling it out as we go here, but I think this might be okay. I think I want Cataclysmic Gearhulk, and I think I want these Vraska's Contempts. I guess that seems fine. Not super exciting, but like certainly fine. Yeah, 7 life's a lot, but like with Angel of Intervention, it's really not that much. There's the Hoarder again. What's this? To loot. I'm just gonna bin these two for now. Why am I playing them as guild gates? Because I don't stand to lose anything by playing them as guild gates. I'm not going to attack with this, I think, because I think I want to use this chart course this turn to draw 2 and not discard. You have to go ahead and just cast the Scarab God next turn. Let's do and put a landmark counter on it. Then if there are 3 or more landmark counters, transform it. Okay. This card's sweet. Like, Scarab God's kind of like additional gifts in a way, right? Because it can just like bring back our Angel of Intervention. If everyone's playing with the same disadvantage, the playing field is level. So like, if MTGO is slow and clunky for one person, but I'm 3.5 minutes up on my opponent, like, I'm playing with the same amount of slow clunk that my opponent is. I'm just managing it better. So, like, it's just, again, it's part of the game. So, like, people that get upset about the timer on Magic Online have like this big pure idea that like Magic Online is supposed to be functionally the same as paper, and it's just not in so many different ways. Like even going down to like how the triggers work on Magic Online. Like in paper, your opponent can miss a trigger in a competitive match, and that's just like that's fair game. Like that's just how Magic works. That's just how Magic works. Like when my opponent misses their Dark Confidant trigger in paper, like they don't get it. Like that's the judge asked me, do I want my opponent to have it? And I say no, I don't. And that's it. It's done. There's no. Sometimes I was gonna say there's no crying. Sometimes there's crying, but you know they don't get it. When I start smashing them with the Scarab God. Yeah, also, like, I didn't draw very often while playing Paper Magic. Am I supposed to just Cataclysmic Gearhulk here? I am, right? I'm gonna keep Scarab God plus my Gearhulk. They're gonna lose a bunch of treasure. They're gonna lose a bunch of troops. He's cashed a lot of legacy leagues with Trod, so you tell me. Yeah, that was a good scry. That was a great scry, friends. Man, Scarab God doesn't even give the thing it makes haste. This card's unplayable. Opinion on the Pirate Stompy conversation for this week. God, it was so ridiculous. The fact that, like, conversations like that could even come up, it just, like, adds to the ridiculousness of, like, what Magic Online hiding data is. Just, like, it's so obscene that they hide data. Like, it's, like, if they didn't hide data, conversations like that wouldn't even be conversations. It would just be like, no, just like, oh, wait, I chose to auto yield to this. Whoops. I guess I'm bottoming that. I guess I'll top that at this point, actually, right? Attack with both of these, I think. They want to double block here. This will just come back. I'm going to get back Champion of Wits now. That way I can draw, discard, and see if we want to play anything else. 2, 3. So I'm only one land away from another Scarab activation. I need an island, though, so I'm going to discard this. I'm going to discard this. Maybe I just want to bin 2 creatures there, actually, so I get closer to... Oh, I probably should have played that, right? Yeah, I should have played this. I'm expecting to get, like, fumigated here, right? Oh, am I dead? This just kills me, right? Yeah, that kills me. They just sacrifice all the treasures? Alright. Alright, got comboed. Our clunky deck got comboed. Not surprised that our clunky deck got comboed, but it did want to buy Stony Silence. Combo! Alrighty. We are super dead. I don't think we could have done anything differently to not get dead there. I don't know. I guess we could have brought back the Angel of Intervention more aggressively. IX Terminator with the $4.99 a month resubscription. Thank you for the continued support. I do appreciate it. Welcome back, a third of a year. Taste it. So far, we've only played a couple of games with this deck, but this deck feels a lot worse than the Sultai Energy deck that we played in the last one. Oh, they almost certainly cherry-picked the 5-0 deck list. That's just like, almost certainly. Okay, that's a good observation. I think I could have timed my Scarab God activations differently. I could have held it up to Cataclysmic Gearhulk in response there. I could have also put the Angel into play to start gaining life with it to play around it. But I didn't really know what they were doing, so we definitely got punished for like not being familiar with what our opponent was playing. But yeah, I think we could have managed the Scarab God activations better and ended up winning that game because of it. I mean, to be fair, if the Magic metagame is really unhealthy, sharing Magic Online data would be very bad for the game. Assuming Magic Online has a ridiculously unhealthy metagame and like these formats are not well designed, sharing data would be very, very bad. So like from a perspective of Wizards of the Coast knows that they don't know what they're doing, maybe they shouldn't share the data, because if they share the data, then we'll know that R&D is really bad at their jobs. But if R&D is really good at their jobs, and I hope they're really good at their jobs, the format should still be interesting to play if we have all of the data. Yeah, after we finish this league with the Esper deck, we're going to play the Grixis improvised deck that Elsic used to win the Classic with. Brennan did not donate. Brennan won a thing. Or top 8 at a thing. So we're playing the deck because we're net decking things that won other things. Alright, and now that we did that, am I just attacking with my dorks? Yep, I think I'm just attacking with my dorks. So, like, the biggest thing, and this is like, as someone who's very pro-data and, like, finds information interesting, the reason you hide the data is if the data is hiding something you don't want other people to see, which is that your format isn't interesting. The idea that a solved format or a solved metagame is a bad metagame to play in is, like, objectively false. Like, you can have a format that's both solved and still interesting. Like, you can have a format where, like, all of the best decks are known, but there's 3 or 4 decks that are best decks that are very competitive and have dynamic and interesting gameplay. Like, that's how you want to think about things like that. Are we harness lightning this just to make energy so we can try and eat my guy? My fatal push is going to make you very sad. Oh, I get to loot. Love to loot. Nice, Larynx. In this extra island, they're going to pay 2 energy to try and eat my 2/3, and I'm going to fatal push this. Pass the turn here. We get to play Vona, the Butcher of Magan, next turn. So no Glorybringer out of the opponent? Oh, opponent doesn't have double red. No double ruby, eh? Let's get my butcher going. Oh, this thing has lifelink too? It's self-enabling? Man, this card's great. No, I don't. Yeah, I don't. What Immortal said, I don't travel for magic anymore. I don't really travel for much of anything anymore. It's so convenient not leaving the house. Let me tell you about things that are great. Not leaving the house is wonderful. Alright, yep. And then I'm going to cast this. Do I want this to be a 4/4? And I think I want this to make servos, right? Because, like, if they just have another Glorybringer, making it a 4/4 is pretty bad. Like, I spend all this money on this really nice house. So, like, why wouldn't I want to live here? Why wouldn't I want to be here? Like, so for people that are unfamiliar, I traveled a ton for the SCG series in 2014, 2015, 2016. And this year, like, Hex Shards of Fate, which is a digital card game, they upped their organized play, so they have 2 $1,000 cash tournaments that I can play from home every single weekend, and then Magic Online has their challenge events that I can play every single weekend as well, so like, I can just play a bunch of events without ever leaving my house, which is truly wonderful. Alright, what am I doing in this matchup? The Vraska's Contempt seem great, they kill Glorybringers, and they kill Chandras that might get out of hand. Walking Ballista very good. Fatal Push isn't very good in this matchup, right? It like kills their little poopers, but like those aren't particularly good. Is this a Scarab God or Cataclysmic Gearhulk matchup? I could be sold on this being a Cataclysmic Gearhulk matchup. I think Gearhulk's bad. I don't know that Walking Ballista is stellar. God's good. I think I'm going to trim. I'm going to do that, swap Areno. How that feels. That's what it feels like, Rattleballs. It feels like, when do I want the Scarab God? Always. Always. Scarab God, always. When was the last time I played Paper Magic? June? I think June. Someone who plays a lot of card games, or any particularly better for someone that wants to play on a budget. Epic card game. It's actually one that I just started playing on their digital alpha, and they have a paper component as well. And Epic is what's called a living card game. So as opposed to being a trading card game, you just buy a box set. Hey, Pyrodactyl with the brand new Twitch Prime subscription. Thank you very much. It was a team event with Matt, actually. Thank you very much for the Twitch Prime subscription. I do appreciate it. That next level of support is very welcome. My subscribers enable me to do what I do as often as I do. All of the free-to-play CCGs are mostly a trap looking to devour your time. Everyone thinks tells me the CCG they enjoy playing is super free-to-play friendly, and then it's like, well, for the low cost of 200 hours of your time, or 50 hours of your time, or 100 hours of your time, it's like, do you know how much money I would get if I just went to work for 100 hours? I could buy way more stuff than just, like, have a couple of crappy CCG decks. Like, nothing in life is free. This is just good sage advice for everyone, right? Like, you're always paying for something with your time or your money. What I think of Gwent. I haven't actually played Gwent. Gwent is is it the only? Gwent is on Steam now, actually, right? The last time I tried to install Gwent, their beta installer wouldn't run on Linux, so I just didn't bother. But I think that you can install through Steam now, and on Steam works through Linux. I would love to put this one in my bin. I mean, like, if you are someone who enjoys the grind, if you enjoy playing bad decks against other bad decks, like, grinding a CCG is great for you. If you're someone like myself that plays games like these as a competitive outlet, and my goal for playing a card game is to minimize and maximize good decks against other good decks, then grinding a CCG is terrible and boring for me, because I'm not interested in playing bad decks against other bad decks while I grind up a ladder or this free-to-play currency. For starters, it is not stream-friendly, can't read the cards. I mean, I could pull Epic up here on stream and show that you're objectively false with that. Epic cards are actually easier to show on stream than Magic Online, because you don't have a bunch of lands in Epic taking up random space on the table. But I'm not playing on the Hex ladder for cards. I'm playing on the Hex ladder for, one, things that have real world value. You can sell out of Hex. And two, I'm playing on the ladder to qualify for a tournament. Like, that's different. I mean, can you read any of these Magic cards? I love when people are like, Magic or like Yada is like unplayable as a spectator thing. It's like every card game is miserable to watch if you don't know what the cards do. That's not something exclusive to Magic or Epic or Hex or Hearthstone. Like, they all suck to watch if you don't know what the cards do. The reason why Hearthstone is the most popular is because it's the easiest to learn and follow what the cards do. Yeah, so I didn't actually fully explain. So Epic is what's called a living card game. So you just like buy a box set. So for instance, in paper Epic, you can get a full playset. You can get a full playset of every card that's constructed legal in Epic for $120. Just like 3 copies of everything and just be done. There's no random booster packs or any of that nonsense. And their digital client, which is currently in testing, it's like $20 to get full playsets of everything. Yeah, Epic Netrunner is also a living card game. It uses that same model. Hearthstone's also a good example of a game which gets wrecked by all the available data. But, okay, so if Hearthstone doesn't get... Data doesn't ruin the game. Your game being a shitty game ruins the game. That's the truth. That's the if you think data ruins the game, you're objectively wrong and you're stupid. Okay, that was really rude, but that's how I feel. Having data hidden when your game sucks just means that the people are going to find out your game sucks slightly slower. Like the game having the data doesn't make the game bad. The designers doing their job poorly makes the game bad. That's just the truth. As someone, look at there, Zach. Congrats to Zach on his classic win with the Sweet Grixis deck. As someone who brews a lot, having data makes brewing easier. As someone who wants to work on new deck ideas, it's easier to work on new deck ideas when I have more data available to me. And people that actually understand how to brew in TCGs would agree with that. We are using the official Magic the Gathering online client. All right, so they have 12 energy here, which means these things can get +4 defense. I think I'm just going to put 3 of these in front of here. Security, that's exactly right. That's fantastic. Security by obscurity. I agree with that assessment. Do you want to put another one in front of here? They probably have a piece of removal here. What costs 3? They have 2 pieces of removal? This is like shock. Oh, we're just killing this. Is this a split card? How would I know what the second half of that split card did? I wouldn't. Each player shuffles his or her graveyard, his or her. Oh. Well, that's a tilt. Man, mad respect for Brennan for being good at Magic. This deck does not, like, compared to the Sultai Energy deck we played in the last league, this deck feels really weak. This is going to shuffle our discard pile away, and then we just can't win the game anymore. I mean, like, as far as draws go, that one's pretty good, right? This is game one, right? No, this is post-board. This is post-board. This is post-board. Andrew Jessup, the better Jessup, won. That's his Twitter handle. I'm not judging the Jessups. The better Jessup is Andrew Jessup's Twitter handle. So we can't block with the Scarab God here because we don't want them to survive it away. The better Jessup did 2-0 Dan Jessup twice today. That Twitter handle is such a troll. It's so great. I mean, saying that Tom Ross is a worse Magic player than me would be objectively false, so we shouldn't do that. He's certainly better in every format imaginable. I am many things, but I am not a liar, and I am realistic about my ability to play Magic the Gathering. So let's just clear this right on up there. Anyone that tries to tell you that I'm better than Tom Ross at Magic is wrong. Shoot them for one here and not miss that point. Ugh. So the Braid punishes that block. And we're pretty dead once they shuffle away our graveyard with survive here, so. Let's go to the third game here. We'll get to be on the play. I think I want to change how we boarded it all. I mean, like, to be fair, anyone who's played Kiki Court will tell you that Kiki Court was the terrible deck, and I made a lot of money with that deck. When I talk about bad decks that can do well on occasion. He hasn't top 8 in a tournament in the last few days. No, I don't. No, I really didn't play anything. I played a couple Hex Ladder matches today. I haven't played a physical tournament since like June. Let me tell you about playing digital card games. They're so much more convenient. They're so much more convenient. I said I wasn't going to block sorry. What I said and what I meant were two different things. I meant I couldn't block the Bristling Hydra because it would kill the god. I think blocking the 3/2 is fine. Technically, living card games are not collectible card games, I think, by definition. I think you have to have the random element to be... How am I liking standard? I don't know, it seems fine. We don't actually know... I guess I'll keep. This hand could be anything. I think I need lands too badly to keep that. Yeah, card games have variance by design. It's too early to tell. And honestly, you know, WotC's doing what WotC does. Without all the data, it's going to take us a couple of weeks to figure out, you know, maybe even a month to figure out whether or not this format is enjoyable. Untapped land, please. I was a good boy and I bottomed the gate. Please give me an untapped land. Please give me an untapped land. That wasn't greedy. I bottomed our best card. God bless. God bless us, everyone. Would love to loot. Would have been these two, I think. These Seekers Squires can help dig us towards lands, which is nice. I guess Champion of Wits technically digs us towards lands, too. Not attacking here. I mean, we were rewarded for playing well, right? Like, I would have missed that third land drop if I would have kept that gate. It's something that makes energy here. I think I'm going to block. Yeah, I think I'm going to block because I want them to use this energy as opposed to having it for their Servant of the Conduit. Champion of Wits gives me the highest probability of hitting my fourth land drop here. Not that we're going to. Then these two for now. Pass the turn. I have a tune. Yeah. I take this hit for now. Alright, one more shot at a land. If we hit a land, we get to get another shot at another land, which would be nice. Ding, Fraser done. Boom, 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 bum, 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 bum. Put that in my graveyard. If our opponent has a Glory Bringer here, we're going to be very sad. Alright, there's no Glory on the other side of the table, so that's good. I'll jump block with this 1-2. Alright, land, huh? Am I just passing here? What's better about Hex that would convince me to pick it back up again? Hex certainly has lower variance than Magic because they use the digital design space to reduce variance in nice ways, such as with the Fate Weave mechanic and with the opening hands not being completely random, so you don't have to mulligan a bunch of no-landers and all-landers. Digital design space in general is kind of interesting. The interactive decks tend to be a little bit better in Hex than they are in Magic because champion selection kind of tips you off to what your opponent's playing, so you can make educated decisions about whether or not you should mulligan. Hex doesn't hide data. If you're a data junkie, you can literally see every match of Magic, every match of Hex ever played in every Hex tournament and on the ladder, which is kind of awesome. When you see someone top 8 a tournament, you can click on their tournament run and see every deck that they played against and what their record was against those decks to determine whether or not they played against garbage or not. Hex uses a modified hypergeometric distribution to distribute opening hands, and they remove the 10% most resource light hands and 5% most resource dense hands. So basically everyone in Hex mulligans 15% less because you don't have no-landers and all-landers that are auto-mulligans. Yeah, I think we're supposed to hold... So, back to this game here. I could, 1, jam the Hostage Taker on the Long Tusk Cub, but that's, like, super miserable against a Glory Bringer. Or 2... I could just hold up this Vraska's Contempt, and then if we hit an untapped land next turn, I could go Hostage Taker, take your 2-drop plus play your 2-drop immediately. So yeah, I think I just want to pass the turn here. The Turbo PA deck. I don't know offhand. It's probably around $100. 100, 120. Somewhere in there. If you budget the Transmographies, which I would probably recommend doing, unless you plan to play in their, even playing in their 1Ks, you could probably budget the Transmographies. Transmographies like $8 to $10 a copy, and it's going to rotate in 2 months when their standard rotates, so. I've not ever played competitive Yu-Gi-Oh! Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and trade with this Rogue Refiner, I think. Am I just contempting this? Taking 9 otherwise? I have a written article about Hex here. I should make an intro video for Hex at some point. I have played competitive Pokemon, and boy, let me tell you about things that are miserable. Yeah, I think I'm just supposed to exile the Cub here. I'm gonna pump some energy into this now. Yep. Alright, well. Take a hostage. Dead to Glorybringer. Dead Harness Lightning here. Dead Hour of Glory as well. Yep. Good game's opponent. Yep, so we're 1-2 in this league. If we win the next 2, we can battle back and get our entry fee back. This deck definitely feels... It's doing some powerful things, but it's certainly less consistent than the Sultai Energy deck that we played in the first league. That was also the deck that won the Open. If you weren't here for all of the Sultai League, you should definitely check out my YouTube channel that's linked down below. The video and deck list will be up there shortly. And by shortly, I mean I'm going to publish it right now. Yay, multitasking. God bless fiber internet, by the way. Never be able to do this. You have to wait to upload before. Is Jeff drunk? His voice sounds kind of funny. I don't actually drink, so it's difficult for me to become drunk. Hex is supposed to be their PS4, got pushed back. Their target release date is October for bringing Hex to the PS4, October 10th, so 9 days from now. This hand seems aggressively mediocre, so let's go ahead and mulligan that. I mean, like, I'm not a small gentleman. I'm solidly 200 pounds, so, like, it's probably not super easy. It's probably not super easy to get me drunk. That's related. It's proportional to body mass. Is this hand to keep with the Scry? Am I on the play? Yeah, they chose to play first. And this is why, like mulliganing in Magic is so miserable. You, like, mulligan a kind of medium 7 into just, like, a 6 that's mostly unplayable, where you're like, alright, well, I guess I'll Scry. Who's ready to miss their second land drop and die? Raise your hand, chat. Raise your hand if you're ready to miss your second. The good news. After we miss our second land drop and die and lose this match, we do get to play the Grixis deck. So, small upside to breaking off and dying here. We're going to play the Grixis Tezzeret deck that Zach Elsick used to win the Star City Classic today, which seems infinitely more sweet than this. Is Drunk Jeff more or less aggressive than... That's an interesting question, right? How do I feel about Blue-White approach now? I don't know. It seems fine. Like, it put up a bunch of results, right? It's been a bunch of the results on Magic Online and had a bunch of results at the Open. Now I am excited. Everyone's like, brick and die! Brick and die! We want to see Tezzeret! For a $4 donation, I will drop this match. Right now, we won't even play another game, and I'll build the Tezzeret deck. $4 donation. $4 donation. Because we're probably going to lose this match anyway, so if I can be up $4 and not have to play the rest of it. Oh, Magic's great. It's a $4 fast forward button. Donate button down below the stream, Bob. You got to get to the stream information if you're on mobile. Otherwise, I'm going to flail around. Add a fourth contraband kingpin. Look at no numbers. Drop even faster. Concede game. Look at that. Look at that. All right. Concede match. Where's that? Where do I got to get back to the league now? Look at that. Look at no numbers. The real MVP saving us from having to play the rest of this league.